All right, let's
All
see.
right,
Let's see if
has
everything's working.
all right.
Try vibe check. No, go away. All right, let's see. Let's see if everything's working. Yeah, yeah, everything's working. All right, cool. I just wanted to say hello. Hello. Hi. I usually don't say hello,
Hi,
really, but usually it's about something really fake and gay or something at the beginning.
it is
Whoop.
the
Hello,
Exorcist.
suddenly. Wow, you're automatic.
Oh,
Nice.
is he in? Is he? Is
He's
he on
Live,
YouTube?
he's in the chat.
live chat. Yeah.
Nah.
Suddenly is a great person. Um, but anywho, yeah, we're gonna talk about The Exorcist and its troubled production. So I want to go sort of like not talk about that yet. I want to talk about how the film is as a finished product. The how good it is. How it deals with its themes and stuff like that. So, the
Ye-
stuff that's not meta, like the film itself. Why don't you go ahead, Frago? I know you love this film
Oh,
ever since you saw it again.
I'm not gonna.
yeah. Because I saw this for the first time a long time ago.
Mm.
Basically uh not gonna go too into it, but basically my sister was doing something else, and so my dad wanted to have like a boys' night out movie night, and
Boys' night out. Let's
uh,
watch The Exorcist.
well, he actually had us watch two films. He had us
Oh,
watch the Poltergeist remake because he wanted to check it out. And
that was a thing.
and
Wow.
yeah, yeah, you never knew Poltergeist had a remake?
No.
All right.
Huh. All right. Learned something new.
uh, but yeah, it was the Poltergeist remake, and then he just decided to put on the Exorcist, and I believe it was
Hmm.
it was the one it's the one that I've watched all the time. Well, all the time meaning two times with my dad and with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
It was the extended cut. I forgot the full name of what it's actually called, but I'll just
Um,
call it the
I,
extended cut.
I just call it the director's cut usually because it's stuff the director would cut out, but then he put back in later, like as a full version. But
Yeah.
yeah. Anyways.
Uh. But yeah, I watched it as a kid, and I was like, "Oh, it was a really good movie," and uh, and I just didn't think about it for the longest time until I decided to watch it again with you guys last year for October,
October, yeah.
and I believe we discussed a little bit of it on
Beforehand.
our horror movie
Yes, we did.
stream.
But
Uh,
you know, this is
uh,
just centered on that movie.
yeah, I have. Yeah, after that rewatch, com- I have completely decided that The Exorcist is my favorite horror movie ever made. It used to be The Shining for the longest time,
Shining's really good.
but
Mm.
yeah, Shining's really good, but Exorcist really hit home on how it did its horror and its characters. Because Shining
Especially
and Exorcist
character.
go,
Sorry. Sorry.
yeah, yeah, it's okay. Shining and Exorcist go for a similar thing where it's like they want to, they want to, they want to stretch things out and make the film disturb you. But I think The Exorcist does that approach differently in the fact that it prolongs the horror, but it also isn't. It doesn't shy away from its more exposed horror where you see Demon Reagan or the hospital sequence uh or
Hmm.
or just the more silent scenes that include the demon's face or the devil's face like that scene
Pazuzu.
where that scene where uh da- Damien is having that nightmare where he sees his mother and is calling out to her, and then you just see the devil's face, Pazuzu. The thing is, every time I show that image to someone, they'll always go, "It's a funny image," and I look at it as like, yeah, it is kind of a funny looking face, but at the same time, I think it's different because you're seeing the image as a whole. But when you see it,
It's
but
out
when
of
you
context.
yeah, but when you watch the actual film and that face just pops up amongst that silence and
It's
ambience in the nightmare sequence, it's fucking terrifying.
it's also like subliminal messaging. Like, what the heck did I just see? It's kind of like it's what was it? It's like what's that movie about Fight Club, where it talks about like that one single frame of, someone having sex and then in the friendly family film, it will do damage to somebody. It's like that whole idea. And then I think this does sort of the same thing. Like, it just happens. Or like, did I really see that? Like, you know, on
Yeah.
but on
Eh,
such a good walkthrough for like, oh, that does exist. That wasn't crazy. It's like,
But yeah, it's not just about its horror. What really affects the horror is just what it means to the characters. What does the hospital sequence mean to Reagan? What are all the demon scenes possessing Reagan mean to the mother? What does all the actual Pazuzu devil moments mean to Damien? And
mm, mm-hmm.
it all culminates in an ending that honest to God, when I didn't think about this that much when I watched it the first time, but rewatching it with you guys, I'm not afraid to admit it. I fucking cried.
Oh, I
I
always cry at
I
the end. It
Yeah, Damien's sacrifice is absolutely heart wrenching.
it is a
And
bittersweet ending. Yeah. Mm.
yeah, because the actor, holy shit, I don't see enough people talk about the actor for Damien whenever they talk about like the
Mhm.
best actors ever. Because that scene where he sees the priest dead, and he like grabs Reagan, possessed Reagan, and like punches her and screams at her, and that's it. That line of just like coming to me, God damn you, take me, and he puts so much effort into that, as if Damien himself, as what?
No, it's just like you're very um emotional, and I'm happy about it. That's all. Like,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah,
Sorry.
because no, it's okay. But yeah, Damien saying that, you could definitely tell through the emotion of his voice that Damien has pretty much given up all semblance of trying to be as gentle as he could with this fucking creature, with this demon,
What the?
and the only thing he could do right now is sacrifice himself to save this little girl who he's never met. Uh, and from that he redeems himself, and all the actions that he has done to his mother, and how much he broke her heart before the end. And oh my god,
Mm-hmm.
this is why you need to see the extended cut, because whether you think the other scenes should be there or not is up to discussion. But
Yeah. Yep.
I absolutely think that the scene that absolutely needs to be there is not even a scene. It's more of an edit where, after Pazuzu possesses Damien,
Mm-hmm.
he looks at the window, and in the theatrical cut, he just looks at the window, and you see the window shot. But in the extended, you actually see a quick image of his mother's face
His mother's face.
at the
Yeah.
window. At the window, and
Which
I
is
feel
up
like
for
that's so.
interpretation. Like.
Yeah, it's up to an interpretation, but it's still extremely important to Damien's decision
Absolutely.
here.
So
Yeah.
uh, I just want to know when you're finished.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I
No, it's
didn't know
fine.
how long you wanted me to go on for.
No. You could go on and on and on, but it's like, man, let it go. It's you're on the right track. So I all right. I will. I guess redacted. Do you have anything to say? Of like, do you find it
Uh,
important as Froggo?
I'm gonna be honest. I feel like Froggo said enough. He
Fair.
he basically he said it better than I could because I'm not very good at that, especially because I've only seen the movie once.
Mm. So okay, that's fair. Uh, so I remember, I grew up very religious, and I was afraid of like the spiritual world, the unknown.
Yep.
And horror movies from the '80s kind of solidified that, like the original Poltergeist, seeing like it's sort of the slashers. It put to that too, and it's like holy crap, dude! All this stuff. It's like, and so
Oh,
I, as a need for that, it was like, don't watch The Exorcist. It's too scary. It's like it's about the devil. You know that thing you're supposed to be like not going toward. You know, like he's in hell. He exists. You know, like I don't want to see a manifestation of him on screen. Like it's stuff like that. And so I finally watched for the first time, and it scared the living crap out of me. I couldn't sleep that night. I kept thinking about that rolling in my head about the final scenes and stuff like that. It of course this is when like I didn't have the film brain, but as I went on and on and on about like researching this, the behind the scenes, the the film itself and the characters in it, and like I was like, you know what? I think this is the best horror film ever made, and I kind of wanted to solidify that in my head. And so I was like, man, this is probably my favorite, and it is my favorite. Um, it is one of the ones that actually has like a lot of thought put into its cinematography, the way they did things. And I said I wouldn't go for the meta, but like, you know, it's sort of like the way it's shot gives it a lot of character. Um, the sort of when people go up and down the staircase to Reagan's room, you always see it's in a different angle or something like that. It makes it seem like going toward the room is a bad idea. You don't want to be in that room. It's like and whenever they put too much pressure on you, like too much tension, they they pull away and they go back to somebody else, which is another character, or like what the mom's going through, what Karis thinks, and
yeah.
like yeah.
Sorry. I just want to say
Hmm.
I don't want. I absolutely want us to talk about the fact that
Hmm.
the acting for Damien's great, but we should also celebrate the acting for the mother
Yes,
because
Mm.
she
yeah.
is going through it like all the time. She can't escape from it because that's her daughter that's being invaded by this alien presence known as Pazuzu, which is not called Pazuzu that much because that would deflate the power in
Do they
mystery.
actually say his Do they actually say his name in the movie, or is that something that
Um,
they mentioned in the sequels?
I think that's a it is. I can't remember if it's mentioned, but it's definitely there somewhere. But like, I'm glad they don't say that, even if they say it once. Um, I don't like that name, and then two, like, just says it a lot, like a lot, and that's like one of the biggest mistakes. Um, what else? Oh yeah, she's going through it. She can't escape it. And this is a mother who's trying to deal with it, and she does. In fact, she does hold it together, like because she has to. It's like it's almost like she has to put on a strong will for others, but like man, she can't take it for much longer. Like during the middle of the movie and like during the end, it's like it's just nothing but pain and anguish, and that's what this thing is feeding on, her pain and anguish of the mother and daughter dynamic being severed by this thing. Uh, and uh, well, I said this before, but like it's more of a not more of a psychological film than it is a spirit film or a religious film. It's how like these presence inside Reagan is having psychological battles with everybody, and this thing always wins. Like if you really pay attention to how it uses its trickery to get what it wants. It knows how to manipulate. It can, I think it can read surface thoughts and try to uh bend to its will. And
Well, yeah, it's demon.
it's like this well, I know, but still it's like it's challenged by like a bunch of psychiatrists and doctors, and it's and all this stuff because like Karras himself is like he is like he graduated like I forget where he graduated from, but like he's a Jesuit, which is a yeah.
Jesuit, yeah, a Jesuit priest. They're not.
Mhm.
I I don't. Yeah, they're not Jew. They're not
No,
Jewish.
they're Catholic. Um,
Yeah. Is it
they're
Catholic?
yes.
Huh.
He is a wandering priest. He wants to get out of the Roman Catholic Church because he's losing his faith and stuff like that. So, and that's what
Yeah.
gives him the sort of motivation and lack of motivation for what he's doing. What I mean by lack of motivation is that like Karras doesn't want to go near the religious stuff as much anymore. But like,
What I love.
yeah,
Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry,
no,
sorry.
no, it's fine, dude. I understand. I was doing the same thing, so it's like, but like, but the motivation for helping out a fellow human being who is being tormented. So it's like, he has this sort of like athlete spirit that is shown throughout the movie. He's like, he used to be a boxer, and that's shown on his desk at home. Like he has a bunch of trophies. You see him box. He runs the track to de-stress and get exercise. You know, it's like all this other stuff, and then like he really has a connection to his mother because he's also Italian. Um, and they're a very close family kept, and they're not rich, but they're not poor either. They're kind of lower middle class. And it doesn't help that he lives in a city that's like surrounded by like poverty, which is the contrast of Reagan's house, which is rich. The mom's an actress, so it's like, but just because she's rich and an actress doesn't mean she doesn't have her problems trying to get this thing solved. Like it's such a really cool thing to notice that like the differences and
What
that
I
yeah. Go ahead.
No, sorry. I thought you were finished. Go ahead.
Oh, I was like one more thing between like he really has this close Karras, Damon Karras, the priest who's losing his faith is losing not only losing his faith because of his human connections, but it's also because like his mother dies during the film, and that probably drives him to get to want to leave even more. But like he fights through it because he is have that athlete spirit. I think that shows at the end when he when who's what's the name of the main priest? I forget what his name is. um
Uh, what the name of the priest at a?
yeah, that does the exorcism.
Oh, I actually don't remember his
Marin,
name.
Marin, that's his name. Father Marin. He tells him to get out of the room, and he goes down to sit, and he's thinking. And Reagan's mother, I forget her name, but like she says like, "Is my daughter going to die?" And he looks up, and it's like he has the a second wind, and he's like, no. That's all he says, and he just walks back up to continue the exorcism because he's not going to give up on somebody just because he has a mental breakdown. But then it's like, and then you have the scene where, of course, where you mentioned earlier, Frago, with like he sees the priest dead, and then he just can't take it anymore. He's reached his limits, and then like you have two souls for the price of one, and it really does break my heart because it's not the sacrifice itself that breaks my heart. It's it's the end of the fall. That's when it all comes apart. It's like, man, it's kind of funny how like there is an instance of God's will in this movie if you look at it from a religious angle, that all these things are just combined together to make like history repeats itself sort of thing, where it's like Marin thought he was over this thing. He finds the thing at the beginning, and then like he's available to do the exorcism with Damon Karras, who's lost his faith, and then this mom. It's like it's all like these a bunch of coincidences that so happen to lead up to a destiny of this little girl being saved and liberated.
What I also love is that oh sorry what I
That's
also
fine.
love is that Damien, if this was written at all in the modern times, Damien would be a guy who would, after losing his faith, hate the church, hate the priest, go like, screw religion. But
that's really hard to
what
do when you
what
yeah, when you've been in the church for so long. Like
because what makes Damien relatable is that after you quit something, you're not always going to hate everybody and everything about it. You'll just go, I'm just going to go about
he
my life,
doesn't
and
hate.
I'll still treat the job I did with some respect, because that can happen
It's
with
almost
some
like
people.
that's a person, because here's the thing. He's quitting the church because he's losing his faith. Like it's a personal issue. It's not the church issues. Like
Yeah,
the church did and the Catholics have done nothing really wrong to him. So that's why he's sort of like, yeah, I'm not going to throw away the baby with the bathwater.
yeah, because what's also great about it is that he starts to lean into the more logical sides
Scientific. Yeah.
of,
Yeah.
of reality, of
Mhm.
his reality,
Multiple
and
personalities instead of a demon.
because when he's called to do the exorcism on Reagan, he checks with her. He has a conversation with her. He asked her questions, and he is somewhat under the belief that this little girl is either pretending or something else might be wrong, and it's only when he delves deeper into what's going on with like the reverse messaging, or what's going on around the people, like people dying and stuff like that, and
He's starting to believe.
yeah, he's starting to regain his belief of what this religion could be, and even then he doesn't go like, no, he doesn't go like, yeah, I'll do the exorcism. He's like, no, I need to get somebody else. I need to get somebody else to help me with this,
Well,
because
usually you
we
want
need
two
to
priests, and like anyway, or an assistant, because
yeah.
if one falls, like the other one can do it, if need be. Plus, it's just a good idea to have a support system.
And
One more thing, real quick. He
yeah,
even has this disbelief when Marin gets there, because like he says like, "Father, let me report you how many like personality he has. I think he has 4," and he's like, "There's only one." Like Marin just stops him. Like there's only one, and it's the demon. Like it's like woo.
yeah. uh and then there's also the fact that this is why I think Damien is like one of the best characters I've ever seen in fiction. It's just like he is relatable,
Great.
and not in the not in the way that is like, oh, the hashtag relatable or anything or any
Hashtag
shit like that.
relatable.
Not relatable in the fucking cringe way like K-Vaz. No, relatable in the sense of just like he he could be any of us, honestly. He could be any of us because
Mhm.
the thing we can relate to most is hurting a part of our family. Hurting a part of our family that you you tried to deny, you tried to go past it, but that guilt will just never leave you, and it will
Mhm.
haunt you until you do something better with your life.
Well,
Uh,
it's to accept it, like I mean, fully
yes,
accept it, say it out loud, um, and stuff like that. Like it's to have it hidden means that like you're keeping it inside, and that's not healthy.
yeah.
So, anyways, the reason why I made you all do all this is because of all that great stuff. Is it worth it if it hurt people?
Are you?
Uh,
I assume you're talking about the behind the scenes stuff.
Yes, I am.
I mean, looking at all the behind the scenes stuff, like actually seeing the actors talk about the behind the scenes stuff, it seems like they see it mostly as a fond memory, mostly.
Hmm.
Because now that they see it in full, they're like, yeah, it was mostly a good time. We had our ups and downs, but but I
It's
don't know if that's due
mhm.
to I don't know if that's due to them just moving on from the stuff that happened, or just the fact that they don't quite remember how bad it was.
Well, I think because
Uh,
like when it's kind of like uh people touring in war, and then they realize like how bad it is over there, and then you come home and it's like and you talk about it. It's like, man, why do I look upon this fondly? Because you're not there anymore. It's over, and talking about it gives you some kind of catharsis. It's almost like
yeah,
when you're at a funeral and you go to the after party and everybody's basically um they're not having a bad time really. They're just celebrating because it's a really healthy way to get out your emotions before you go back to life as you know it. Like it's something
yeah.
like that. It's sort of like
Uh,
in Return of the King when the four hobbits are looking at each other from across the table and they're like, "Man, we've been through it." It's like
yeah. Uh, it is quite a troubled production.
mhm.
That is an understatement.
there were some good moments which I'll get into as we go through this video, but
Mhm.
uh there were there was a lot of stuff.
Well, the one I know the most is the one I'm most concerned about because I think it's like, okay, you went a little too far. But I wonder if he'll mention it. But like anyways, let's go on to the video itself. And I
All
will
right.
go to full screen real quick. Give
By the
me
way,
yeah.
when you show the screen, it shows a shot of like the it's like the detective, right?
Yes.
The
Oh, I
guy.
forgot about
Yeah,
him. Yeah, I didn't mention him.
yeah,
He's good too.
yeah, yeah. The detective and Damien. Fun fact for those of you who don't know, and we could say this because we did a video on uh 12 Angry Men. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
that's the which juror is
I
that?
think it's number 4, the one who changes, right?
Yeah, the angriest
The
of the
angriest.
jurors.
Yeah, the angriest of the angry men.
Yeah,
um yeah, the reason why I think Detective's good too, because he has this short psychological battle with the psychiatrist. And it's almost like at the very end of it, he's like, "Yeah, we know what we're both doing, and we're just gonna leave as frenemies because they were kind of dueling like their personalities against each other. It's quite the interesting like little thing, and it gets like that like they're both really good at reading people, and trying to get answers out of people, and also playing like this sort of defense with each other. And that's what he tries to use on Reagan as she's possessed, but it doesn't quite work out the way he thinks. Like,
Yeah.
Again, understatement.
yeah, I know. It's just cool to be like, it's more of that's why I say it's more of a psychological film. It's like there's a lot of
Well,
stuff going on about it behind the scenes of the mind.
William Freakin. Oh
Mhm.
God, my throat. But William Freakin.
Water.
He didn't want to do this like a film. He wanted to shoot it like a documentary. He didn't want to do the normal movie type cinematography. He wanted to shoot it like this is actually happening, and he wanted the actors to act like this is a real thing that happened, which goes for all
It
actors,
does
sure,
seem
but
really grounded. Yeah, like
yeah,
which
yeah,
which makes it
which
more
is
which makes it more relatable, I think.
which is funny because uh, William Friedkin actually made this movie with the author of the book,
He did. Yeah.
and they kind of went back and forth of what to do, because one wanted the more supernatural elements, one wanted the more grounded elements, so they kind of just blended those two together, and
I think
yeah,
that works well because like the reason why it has so many good shots is because they wanted to make sure it looks like somebody's following them. You're in the presence, actual room itself. Like you get a lot of POVs for the time actually. Like I always loved that shot where he gets grabbed in the balls
Um,
and like
oh
Reagan
yeah, I
and
forgot
then like
about that.
the camera follows him falling down. Like that's such a rare thing back then. And it's a
well,
lovely shot. Like
there's a reason it's rare because it was extremely hard to do that
it
shot because
oh yeah, it's very
you got
difficult.
yeah, you gotta remember that
Like
back then, and
mm-hmm.
I saw this on the behind the scenes stuff. They weren't able to have the camera fixated at a certain angle at this time. They didn't have the technology for that at the time. What they
Mm-hmm.
had to do at certain things was get creative. So, for example, with the guy falling down, they they put him in this box like contraption, where his legs were like in this box, and the camera was also built into the box. And so when they tilted it downwards, yeah, you see him falling, but that way the camera also follows him because it's like right in front of his face. So
Yeah.
that's how they did that shot. Uh, then
Um
there's shots. Then there's like very simple
let's not go
shots,
too
like
far because I'm sure we'll comment on this as the thing goes on. Like I'm not trying to
okay,
stop you, but it's like I'm pretty sure some of the stuff may come up. Um
okay,
I'm sorry for cutting you off.
it's all right.
Um. Also, you can continue this without me because I need to go to the bathroom. Woohoo! Let's see how you do on your own.
Oh, okay. All right. But then there's also the shot where they're like go simple shots like going up the stairs redacted was hard for them to do because again they couldn't fixate the camera the way they wanted to at the time. So what they did on the shot of like them going up the stairs was they literally built like a hanging chair. They built a hanging chair for the cameraman to be on, and it was hooked up to the ceiling, so that when they were filming them going up the stairs, they would kind of like pull on the chair, and it would be able to go any angle it wanted to, without much difficulty.
Okay, I am listening.
Oh no, I know.
I'm just not. Just don't really feel like I have much to say.
Oh. Well, if you have anything to say, feel free to chime in.
Yeah, but I don't know about really any of this, so I'm just sitting here listening to people talk about stuff. and just going, oh yeah, that sounds interesting.
Oh, you got what happened to the video? I don't get it. Yeah, it didn't go any further. Anywho,
we spent a long time talking about this movie.
yeah, we did.
Series, I've covered projects derailed by all manner of disasters, mishaps, clashing egos, studio interference, and sheer bad luck. But I don't think I've ever encountered a movie where God himself tried to sabotage the thing. Such is the case, though, with
It's kind of funny. I was watching that scene with all the flying objects. That's also something I'm like, I am amazed at.
Oh yeah, because I remember Red Letter Media talked about this, where in the original Poltergeist, when they're flinging things all across the room, you can tell it's fake because it's obviously rotoscoped onto the to the picture, and it doesn't look like it's actually flailing around. But in The Exorcist, I think what they did was they either had a contraption where they were able to toss things at great speeds, or
The rings.
they used or they used a fan,
Oh,
or they used something that is similar to the two, where they basically just threw shit at the wall and used a fan to. I can't exactly remember how they did it, but
3, 2, 1, action! Just
The
start flinging
Exorcist,
random shit
William
everywhere.
Friedkin's
oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I thought you meant to start the thing. My bad.
No, no. I was trying to do like a director impression. Just okay, 3, 2, 1, action, and just start throwing random shit at the
It
actors.
really works though. That's the thing. It's like I really hate the idea. It's like we don't know what to do. Hand it to the animators instead of just going like, we need to be creative and take but like if we have a basic effect, just do that instead of just not doing the practical sense. Because I'm like, I am not against special effects or CGI or anything like that, but it's like, man, it's a tool. Use it like a tool. Don't use it as the entire thing. Like, please.
Such is the case, though, with The Exorcist, William Friedkin's infamous 1973 horror flick about a pair of priests battling to free a little girl from demonic possession. It's actually kind of funny looking back on the movie now, because I suspect that modern Hollywood would side with the demon.
Unironically, they probably would.
Oh yeah, which is kind of funny about this because like you're talking about trouble production stopped by God or like any sort of supernatural entity. I'd be like, The Omen is the one you look at because that one is like have some stories like that.
I don't think
Oof.
I've even heard of The Omen.
Oh, really? You never heard of God's child being born? I mean, the devil's child. Sorry, devil's child.
No.
It's
Never heard of The Omen.
It's Rosemary's Baby, but you get to see him grow up. Like
I've never seen Rosemary's Baby.
wow, that's another film. I'm like, ew. It's like, that scares me more than The Exorcist does.
Wound nightmare about faith, doubt, redemption, and little girls that look like they just visited the world's worst chiropractor. The real horror was going on behind the camera. And believe me when I say this particular clusterfuck was one of biblical proportions. Injuries and deaths, food poisoning, malfunctioning equipment, budget.
Food poisoning and death? Really?
I'm pretty sure I've seen this video before because I think I know what he's talking about with the food poisoning. And yes, someone did die. Someone did die during this movie.
Oh
In
wow!
fact, I believe we discussed this when we watched the film last year. Wasn't it? So you remember that guy? You remember that guy who got drunk at the party and then went out and then he died later?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently the actual actor for him did die, so they had, yeah, that was a coincidence and a half.
Wow.
Yeah, the guy playing Reagan's uncle.
Oh,
Reagan's uncle, yeah.
that wasn't Reagan's uncle. That was the director
no,
of the film. Yeah.
Yeah, director of the film. Sorry, yeah,
director of the film inside the film.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
Overrun.
I thought he was playing her uncle,
Nope.
No.
and that's why they were so sad about it.
Well, the reason why it's sad about because she knew him for years. It was, and it's even said in the film that that she's thinking about him as a relationship status, but it's like it's hidden underneath what Reagan says. It's like, you like him, don't you? And it's like,
Oh, I thought it was. I completely missed that part.
that's why she's so upset. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
plus it's just one thing after another, and this is just another thing piled on it, and she can barely take it. So it's like,
Yes.
Fires that destroyed entire sets. The Exorcist was practically a greatest hits tour for every movie-based fuck-up that it's possible to have, to the point where cast and crew genuinely began to believe that the shoot was cursed, and even had to bring an actual priest in for protection. Never
oh yeah, actually, yeah. That I knew about that because like it's one of the most infamous cursed films, but I don't believe it's cursed. But like,
This and Poltergeist are probably the two that come to mind whenever someone brings
yeah,
cursed movie.
yeah. But Poltergeist. Oh well, I bring up the Omen because it's like it's the one I have the most basis on for being cursed. Like, but like,
We'll have to add that to the
yeah,
add that to
the
the
list.
Halloween watch along.
And then like, well, the Poltergeist one is definitely fake cursed. Like, it just so happened to
Didn't
be
they-
that way.
Didn't they use like real skeletons during some parts of that?
They use cadavers, which were bought. In
Yeah.
fact, a lot of studios can buy cadavers. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
like I said, real skeletons.
Yeah, they're real skeletons, but here's the thing: they weren't like,
No, I know.
Yeah,
I
it's
know.
like-
It's
Mhm.
just still kind of creepy to think about, you know.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
but,
we used actual dead people in our movie.
yeah. Well, they used it from there was a medical lab that they got it from.
I know.
So it's like, I don't care. It's a real skeleton. Whatever.
Never has the term production hell been more appropriate than right here. So let us learn about the story of The Exorcist together, shall we?
Oh, that scene always messes me up because yeah. I guess
yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
say it because this is my thing that I learned about. I was like behind the scenes stuff where it's like there's an invisible wire on her. I believe it's on her neck, and they shoved it hard, and like she was forced to do that, and it could have broken her neck. Like, man, in fact, they warned him of it, but they still did it anyway. So it's like, that's where I think you
Yeah.
crossed the line.
No, actually, no. That wasn't the thing they ignored the warnings about. It was actually something that Drinker will bring up later in this video.
This is the one I remember being told about.
No, this still happened.
Yeah.
She did like break something when she was being pulled back and forth. But it's actually not with Reagan that they lied to her about.
Mhm.
It was actually the actress for the mother that they lied to.
Oh, they
and
lied to
that'll
her
be-
about that. Okay.
No,
Okay.
no. They didn't lie. Not about that. You'll
okay.
see it later in this video.
All right.
The story begins in 1971 with the release of Peter Blatty's novel of the same name, which was loosely based on a real-life exorcism case from the 1940s. The book
Yep, I remember that. And they changed the sex and the story a little bit behind it in order for the book to happen. I mean, for the movie to happen. My bad.
struggled to sell until Blatty's controversial appearance on the Dick Cavett show electrified audiences, and pretty soon the novel was a bestseller and Warner Brothers had picked up the film rights, with Blatty managing to negotiate himself into screenwriting duties. William Friedkin, fresh off the success of The French Connection, was attached to direct, with a modest budget of
Really?
$5 million allocated for the movie. Casting, however,
How
proved
much
to be
was it?
$5 million allocated for the movie.
$5 million?
Casting, however, proved to be tricky. The studio wanted big names like Marlon Brando, Audrey Hepburn, Jack
Oh, God.
Nicholson, and even Paul Newman, but
Can you
Friedkin
imagine
was
Marlon
adamant he
Brando
wanted
in
Uh,
the Exorcist?
Imagine
Oh,
Jack.
God.
Imagine Jack Nicholson doing The Exorcist. By the power of Christ compels you.
Well,
Like,
the main reason why I mentioned Marlon Brando is because he's infamously impossible to work with.
Yeah, Marlon Brando's an
Uh,
asshole.
Yeah, it would have been even
Mhm.
more of a nightmare.
I
yeah,
mean, we watched Apocalypse Now last month, and Marlon Brando, like, he was a nightmare to work with on that fucking
They
film.
had to write his lines down on a fake newspaper to get him to read them.
Yeah,
what a douche.
And throughout all of his scenes, you see him reading the fake newspaper with his lines on them.
yeah, and they also had to fucking do certain shots that were like close-ups and such, or get him in a big robe because he was supposed to be thin for the for the character,
Nope.
but Marlon Brando came in overweight.
I just
He was
it,
just chronically.
mhm.
That was just something he had like throughout his life. He was just always fat.
Yeah, he's
I'm
like
not-
meatloaf. uh,
Wanted actors, not stars, and he got them. Max von Sydow, a Swedish actor who was only 43 years old at the time, was cast as the elderly Father Merrin and aged
look how much makeup! Holy crap! I didn't realize.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Yeah, that's what you got to do sometimes.
that's so interesting. That like you didn't just get an old person. Instead, you're like, nah, we're gonna get this guy and old him up. It's like, all right,
Holding him up.
yes,
Holding him up.
holding him up.
up with some of the best prosthetics that I've ever seen. For most of my life,
It's-
I honestly believed that guy had just been fucking old for the past 50 years.
Me
All of the younger
Yeah,
Me-
it's kind of like,
I-
oh my gosh, I didn't realize how young he was. Like,
yeah, because I remember we were talking about him, and I was questioning. I was like, "Wait, has he looked like that for all these fucking years?" And then we looked up what he looked like in the behind the scenes. I'm like, "Oh, okay." So somehow the makeup made him look like what he would later look like.
yeah, I just love how, like, how good that makeup really is. Jeez,
Yeah.
it must take hours to do that.
Yeah.
Probably.
Father Karras initially went to veteran character actor Stacy Keach until Friedkin met with stage actor Jason Miller. Miller himself was Catholic and had even studied.
I'm glad he's there. I'm so glad
Yes.
he's there.
Jason Miller was amazing.
Dude, the
Oh,
guy works so well. Like, it's too bad I never finished the character study on this guy.
Stage actor Jason Miller. Miller himself was Catholic and had even studied to be a priest before having a spiritual crisis, much like his character. After reading the novel, he flat out told
Wow. I didn't know that. That's so cool.
He
Like,
put in a lot of work.
a method actor before he was method. Like, like, daggone, dude. Like, this is why I think fans of something is actually a better for the roles, because they could really get into it and have a passion for it. And that transfers on screen. This is a great example of it. Like, I'm not saying like he's a fan of Catholic. That's not what I mean. What I mean is like a fan of a property or something like that. Like, just people who are passionate about their role, you know?
before having a spiritual crisis, much like his character. After reading the novel, he flat out told Friedkin, "Karras is me." Pretty soon, he was in and Keach was out. Reagan was a tougher nut to crack, though. The film needed a young actress who looked innocent enough to be sympathetic, but who could also pull off some pretty dark and mature scenes. A bunch of potential candidates were tested out, but none of them really fit the bill.
I love that kissing scene.
Yeah.
Like,
Uh,
it's like it. I think Reagan lied to them that she didn't remember, because she doesn't want to say she remembers in order to put like no more blame on others or pressure. So it's like, I'll just keep it to myself. But
Well,
then that
what I
kiss
did-
confirms that, yeah, she said she doesn't remember. But like when she sees the collar, and she's like, I
Yeah.
can't help but thank you, very passionately. It's
I
like,
picture it to be a little sadder than that. I always thought that she barely had any memory of what was going on, but then she recognized the collar and thought that priest was the one who saved her.
Um,
Uh,
I think that she knows that someone died, but like she and then like thanked him as well because she remembered. It's
yeah.
like, but like
Uh,
either way, it's still like really really good scene.
Hamelin Ferdin
Yeah.
was rejected for being too well known at the time. Denise Nickerson was interested but found the material too dark and soon backed out. Even Jamie Lee Curtis was approached, but her mum Janet Leigh took one look at the script and said, "Fuck that, no way." Friedkin was on the verge of conceding defeat and casting an older actress when out of the blue, an unknown 12-year-old named Linda Blair was brought into his office and immediately impressed him with her mature take on the material. A screen test with Ellen Burstyn, her on-screen mother, went so well that Friedkin declared, "There wasn't one other
Wow. So that actually is the daughter? Wow. Holy crap. I didn't know that. Makes sense.
test with Ellen Burstyn, her on-screen mother, went so well that Friedkin declared,
Oh, never
there
mind.
wasn't one other
On-screen.
actress I would have considered." With cast and crew finally ready, it was time.
Yeah.
So he's not gonna mention this, but
Ooh.
William Friedkin, out of all the actors that he would actors and actresses that he would mess with in order to get certain reactions or something like that, Linda Blair, the girl who played Regan, she was the only one that he would try to be as gentle as possible with, for most of the production, because as he said, when William Friedkin himself said, when he had to tell her to do the cross masturbation scene,
Yeah.
he had to he kind of had to treat her like she was his own daughter, by going like, "Oh, you're gonna do this scene," and she's like, "Oh no," and he's like, "Oh yes, you're gonna do it. Yes, you are." And yeah, it was also
Mhm.
it was also kind of funny how, but he didn't even say masturbation in front of her. He just said, "You're gonna thrust this between your legs and pretend that you're doing this." And
Yeah.
she didn't understand what it meant. She just knew that it was a little gross to do. So she was a little
Nervous? Yeah, I'd say so.
she was nervous about it at first.
Well, yeah. There's a lot of interesting things going on in there. Yeah.
What redacted?
I said understandable.
Yeah.
Time to get to work. The budget, $5 million. The schedule, 85 days of shooting. Neither of those things
85 days. Whoa.
That is fast.
That is, yeah. Considering what they have to do every day, that's fast. Yeah.
would turn out to be true. First came the fire. The massive 3-story McNeil house set built inside a New York warehouse burned to the fucking ground in the middle of the night. The cause? A pigeon flew into a circuit box, shorted the whole thing out, and started an electrical fire that engulfed the building.
Really? Wow. That's amazing. Like,
You see why people think that God himself was trying to get this movie shut down.
I don't know. It could be another force of nature. Who knows?
Really?
A pigeon did all of that. Not an electrical fault, not arson, not a disgruntled teamster, a bird. Apparently the only set that survived on damage was Reagan's bedroom, the very room where the demon does his best work. Coincidence? But okay, fine, accidents happen. The set was rebuilt, forcing a 6-week delay, and a brand new sprinkler system was installed, just in case. A sprinkler system that immediately malfunctioned and flooded the entire place, forcing another 2-week delay.
6 weeks, another 2 weeks delayed. Holy crap. Oh yeah.
Good lord.
So, by the way, what would behind the scenes stuff that would make you not want to watch the movie? Like,
Um,
I don't know.
I don't know. I've
well,
watched a lot of old westerns, and those have some pretty screwed up behind the scenes. If we're talking about like
yeah.
shit they did to animals.
Other than like current day isms, it would probably be like holding someone at gunpoint, like or like putting someone's life in immediate danger without any sort of safety precautions. That might
Oh, you mean
be,
like what?
yeah,
Oh, you mean like Alec Baldwin?
I guess. I don't know. What do you do?
Yeah,
Shot someone on set on accident.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
actually
hmm
I'm actually planning on doing a private movie watch along with you guys one day, and that's the film that I had planned, which will probably come in like May or something. It had some extremely troubled behind the scenes stuff that I will talk to you guys about before we ever consider watching the movie, but it is rough.
So like Exorcist 2, there's a scene where Reagan is on a balcony and she rides the balcony on top, and it's like let's just say it's a skyscraper. Okay?
Oh, did she fall?
No, she didn't fall. If she fell, she would be dead because there was no safety precautions.
Oh,
So it's like, yeah. So when you see that scene, it's like, oh, you know.
Yeah, but at the same time, that's probably that's definitely not the worst thing I've heard of a movie doing behind the scenes.
It's just like, I mean, I'm still gonna watch it, but it's like, man, what an evil thing to do.
can I tell the people watching the Exorcist 2 story, not the story of the movie, but
Oh yeah,
the story of its screening?
Yes,
Sure.
sure.
Okay.
I love that story.
Okay, so you can find this on YouTube. It's actually it's a story William Friedkin himself talked about. So Friedkin Friedkin was doing some other movie over at I forgot what it was called, but it was basically a place where where these cameras get their color or something like that. I can't remember. But he went over there. He was doing stuff for his own movie, and then some guy came to him and was like, "Hey, they're doing some footage for Exorcist 2. Would you like to take a look?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure, I can take a look." And the first thing he saw was like, yeah. He looked, and it was some guy riding on the back of a bumblebee, and
I remember.
He was just like, yeah, I'm not watching this movie. I'm not watching this movie. And he was asked again of just like, hey, we're gonna do the first screenings for Exorcist 2. Do you want to join? And he's like, nah, I'm not joining. And then somebody from the screening told him the story where these guys in suits who are all part of the production and stuff like that. They went to the screening to Exorcist 2, and their limo drivers were like, "Hey, where do you want us to go?" And they're like, yeah, "It's gonna be like maybe a couple hours. You can go ahead and go get some food or something like that." And so the limo drivers left, and the reason that's important is because while they were watching the screening, I can't remember how long they were in it, but it got to the point where one of the audience members stood up and turned around, and he was like, "The people who made this piece of shit are in this room," and then the other audience members were like, "Where are they? They're all back there," and then they the guys who were in the back just ran. They just fucking ran right out of the theater. And when they were trying to look for their limo drivers, they just remembered, oh right, they left to get some food. And so they were chased down the street by an angry mob of audience
It
members.
just like it just reminds me like SpongeBob and Patrick running from Sandy. It's like
yeah.
Anyway, so back to
Yeah.
the thing.
Damn, talk about bad luck, eh? That wasn't the only technical mishap either. Some of the exorcism scenes required sudden temperature drops on set, meaning high-powered air cooler units had to be brought in. Unfortunately,
I did know about that part, and that was like they could only spend like 10 minutes in the room at a time. It's like oh goodness.
they also malfunctioned during filming, and instead of cold air, they started blasting actual snow onto the set. It wasn't much fun for the actors either. Linda Blair ended up with a lifelong fear of the cold after spending weeks shooting scenes in sub-zero temperatures, wearing just a nightgown.
Wow, she got PTSD from cold. Wow. That's insane.
Logistics also turned out to be a bit of a problem. The scenes meant to be shot in Iraq were delayed when half the crew were struck down with dysentery and sunstroke, and the statue of Pazuzu got lost in transit and ended up in Hong Kong instead of Iraq, forcing 2 weeks of delays. Friedkin himself proved to be a difficult director to work with. On the very first day of shooting, he had a wall
You see that? That's how they got the shots too. Look how flimsy this thing is. Like, oh my gosh. It's such a jury-rigged camera setup. Hello? Gunther? Hello? Hello? Uh-oh. Did someone leave? Uh-oh. What? Hold on. I gotta figure things out. It's hello. For goodness sakes. Are you guys there? I can't hear you if you're saying something. If you're muted, I can't hear you. Well, hold on your pants, folks. I will try to get things back on track. Oh, well, that explains one thing, but
I just got back, sorry.
oh yeah, well, Redacted went too, so
Oh,
no one warned me.
yeah, sorry.
It's fine, but like I was like, see, look at that thing. Hello, hello.
Oh,
So
that's actually something I told Redacted about while you were gone the first time I told him. You remember when I was talking about how they had to come up with different tricks to use the camera?
yeah,
Well, this was one of those tricks of like following the characters up the stairs because they couldn't have the contraption just keep the camera still because they didn't have those back then. So they basically made this this homemade
chair lift.
God damn it.
Yeah.
chairlift. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
I'm
Redacted.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm back. I was muted.
You both
Oh,
left at the same time, so it's like no.
yeah.
I told you I was leaving, but I think I was muted because you guys didn't reply.
No.
So I just typed it out. I came back, I said hi,
yeah,
and then I was still muted.
It's cool. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but this is the chairlift I told you about, Redacted, the one that
Mhm.
they used to follow the characters up the stairs.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, that
Great.
thing looks extremely dangerous.
It looks extremely improvised, yes.
Mm-hmm. Jury rigged.
But-
It's the word I
Yeah.
used. Yeah.
But it's still impressive that they thought of it.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying I am impressed, but it's also like if one of those ropes break, they all fall down. So it's like, man,
Yeah.
you gotta pray that the thing stays
Yeah.
together. No, water. Go down the right hole. Ugh.
They probably had some. They probably had some tough rope.
Well, I'm sure they did. Some twine.
Yeah.
Move to create
Just
space
use
for a
literal
dolly to back up.
shoestrings.
I'm sorry?
I said just use literal shoestrings, but as a joke.
a shoestring budget, literally.
Yeah. Well, twine is very thin and not strong.
It's strong on little things, but yeah, I totally get you.
On the very first day of shooting, he had a wall removed to create
Also
space
depends
for a
what kind of
dolly to
twine you're
back
gonna
up from a
use.
shot of frying bacon, but he became fixated on the way the meat curled up while it was cooking and couldn't seem to get it just right. One crew member who was off sick for 3 days came back to find him still working on the same scene. It wasn't exactly fucking party time for the actors either. He liked to get genuine reactions from his performers, so he'd do neat little tricks like
Here we go. The neat little tricks.
firing off blank gunshots at random times to keep them scared, or having fake vomit projected right into Jason Miller's face without warning him, or even straight up slapping a real priest just before the cameras rolled to shake him up. It wasn't just freaking making life miserable for the actors either. A scene where Ellen Burstyn gets yanked backward.
Yeah.
Yeah, the blank shots. Okay. Where do I start? Okay, I'll start here. Yeah, the scene where after Damien gets out of the window and his friend
jumps
comes
out
up
the
to him
window.
and
Yeah.
yeah. And his friend comes in to repent for all his sins, all that sort of thing. And the reason he's so shaken up, it's as Drinker said, he got slapped so hard by the director that he was shivering afterwards, and so he got the reaction that William Friedkin wanted.
Yeah, it's literally why that scene works so well. Like, I hate to say it. Yeah.
Yeah, and the blank gunshots, that is absolutely true. Like he would just have a gun right next to Jason Miller's face and fire it. And Jason Miller is like, "Don't you do that? Don't you fucking do that again?" And then when he was doing a scene, he did it again, and he's like, "You motherfucker!"
I mean, it's like, yeah, but still, it's like, man, what a jerk. But then it's like, you made one of the best films ever, so it was what. I guess it's worth it.
Freaking making life miserable for the actors either. A scene where Ellen Burstyn gets yanked backward by a stunt harness and thrown against a wall went badly wrong and jerked her so hard that it fractured her coccyx. And they even decided to keep that.
What's a coccyx?
The coccyx is your tailbone.
Oh,
yeah.
That's
AKA the part of your butt that you sit down on.
okay.
Yeah.
Ow.
So if it breaks, it is very painful to sit.
Oh yeah, like Boogie. He can't sit down. He can't stand up. Oh man.
Her coccyx.
He
And they
hates
even
being
decided
alive.
to keep that take in the film because it was so realistic. She had to be on crutches for
Oh
the rest.
dude. Yeah, that is.
This
yeah.
is the thing that they actually lied about, because they put the harness on her, and she's like, "Oh, yeah, make sure not to tug it real hard, okay?" And the crew members were like, "Yeah, okay," and then they turned to the other guys and went like, "Give it to her," and that's when they pulled it real hard, and she actually broke something, and she was real mad about it back then, but like I said, behind the scenes when she's actually talking about it nowadays, she laughs about it. She has a good laugh about it. It's like, I don't know if I would have a good laugh about somebody intentionally trying to break something.
Well, Froggo, they weren't trying to break something, and I'm sure it was just, okay, pull it like harder than she's going to expect.
Intentions.
Just to,
intentions.
Yeah, just to get a surprised reaction.
Hey,
I'm
Zeddy.
sure after the I'm sure once they realized that they'd actually injured her, it was very apologetic and stuff, you know?
Right.
Mm-hmm. What up, Zeddy? What up? Yay.
Zeddy in the chat.
He is.
Yes.
So we're gonna move on.
The shoot and the injury left her in permanent pain for years afterwards. Linda Blair suffered a fractured spine because she wasn't properly strapped into the bed harness while the thing was shaking like a bucket.
Okay, that's a child though. Like, that's a
Well,
little
they
harder for
didn't.
me
They
to.
didn't. They didn't
Mhm.
mean to. They didn't mean to
Yeah.
hurt her.
Yeah, it was just they didn't put it on correctly. That
That can happen.
it's
That can happen.
it's unfortunate, but
Mhm.
that kind of shit, it's unfortunately not uncommon with low budget like older movies because they don't have the money for stunt actors.
Well, I'd
Yeah.
say this is not exactly low budget. It's just that they had to invent a bunch of things, and their production was way behind, and so they're like, "We're in a hurry," and that sort of created other problems.
Fucking
Yeah.
Bronco. Again,
Like-
she was
Yeah.
Like I said, they wanted to treat Linda Blair really well. It's just that sometimes it was quite difficult given
Yeah,
the sets that they
accidents-
were working with.
Oh,
Accidents happen.
oh yeah. One of the most other famous
the-
stories that are. It's more pleasant. Yeah.
It's the same thing as when the actor who played her mom broke her tailbone. You know, accidents happen.
I did you know that there's a puppet like in that bed sometimes?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
one of those stick on the head ones. They would go underneath the bed and they'd put it up there and have it move its head. It's really
yeah,
cool.
that's how they were able to do the 360 thing, isn't it?
Yes. And they made it look just like her, and when it's side by side with real Reagan, it's uncanny how like close they look. Like
It's creepy.
yeah, it's really. She's like, I don't like looking at it. It's like,
I don't like looking at it either.
yeah, it's $90 million today. That's a heck of a budget.
That. Hmm.
That's still really
That
good
doesn't-
today. Like that's still like a big
Yeah,
chunk.
it's a decent sized budget, but it's not what I would call big.
I'd say it's big enough, especially for a horror film.
Especially not when we have movie budgets that are getting up into the billions of dollars.
We don't have a production budgets of $1 billion yet. The closest we've gotten is like 500 million budgets. But like 100 million is the standard for like the AAA market. 90 million would be below that, but it's not. But it's not a cheap movie either.
What was the budget for Iron Lung?
2 million.
10 million. 10 million. I'm pretty sure.
I thought it was 2 million.
Hold on. Let me check.
It's
Iron
really
Lung.
low because like he made 15 million and he made double, so it's like it's got to be at least 5 million.
3.5 million.
Yeah, like
With some reports indicating it may have been slightly over 4 million.
yep, 3 million. Yep, there it is. So yeah, it made 15 million on its first weekend, and it was like, congratulations, Markiplier, you did it. Like
Yeah.
basically forced to work through the injury and was left in chronic pain for the
Okay,
rest
yeah,
of her
Force
life.
Awakens.
I can't-
Oh my-
447 million.
oh my gosh, work through the pain. Oof.
Wait, what?
I mean,
what?
Yeah. Listen.
Linda Blair suffered a fractured spine because she wasn't properly strapped into the bed harness while the thing was shaking like a bucking bronco. Again, she was basically forced to work through the injury and was left in chronic pain for the rest of her life. A carpenter
Yeah.
sliced his own thumb off and another technician cut his toe off. This was all bad enough, but then the dying began. First to go was Linda Blair's
First the dying began. Sorry. It's just how he says that. That's kind of funny.
he has a way with words.
technician cut his toe off. This was all bad enough, but then the dying began. First to go was Linda Blair's grandfather, who died in the first week of production. Tragic, I know, but that's what old people tend to do, so I guess you could overlook that at least. On the other hand, Max von Sydow's brother passed away suddenly on his very first day of shooting, forcing a delay while he travelled back to Sweden to take care of the funeral. The actor Jack McGowan contracted the flu and died shortly after completing his scenes. The actor
Yep, that's what we talked about. Man, that sucks.
Yep.
contracted the flu and died shortly after completing his scenes. The actress playing Karas's mother also died midway through production. So did the crew member operating the on-set cooling system, who keeled over from a heart attack and died immediately. So did a night watchman.
That's so wow. I didn't no idea that so many people died.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people died.
Cooling system, who keeled over from a heart attack and died immediately.
Drinker. You put Reagan laughing over that.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's the demon laughing.
I know, but still, it's just funny. That's like, well, that's why she's laughing, because the priest's heart is not doing too well. So it's like, man.
I mean, it is relevant.
It is relevant, but man, that's kind of mean. But okay.
So did a night watchman who was shot and killed while guarding the set. Damn man, even Jason Miller's son narrowly avoided death when he got hit by a motorcycle. All this death and destruction was causing two very obvious problems for the studio. The budget was ballooning from an optimistic 5 million to well north of 10, and the shoot, which was supposed to last just 85 days, ended up dragging on for more than 200. To say the movie was unlikely.
They had to ask for extensions. Oh my gosh. No wonder the production blew up. Wow.
Yep.
Also died a few years after the movie was released.
Oh,
J.
and
Cobb. I don't know who that is.
Another thing I forgot to mention. You remember that shot where one of the doctors comes in and Reagan like slaps the shit out of him?
Yes.
I can't remember if that was a motorized arm or somebody actually slapping the shit out of him, because it wasn't Reagan that she motioned to slap, but then the cut where he is actually slapped is by somebody else, I think, and they really gave it to him.
Well, it's to sell the impact of it, because
yeah,
possessed people have abnormal strength.
Yes.
Luke Cobb was a detective. Oh, the detective died. Oh, years later. Oh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, he was old at this time.
Yeah.
More
That's
than
fair.
200. To say the movie was unlucky would be a bit of an understatement. To say it was fucking cursed would probably be more accurate. In fact, that's exactly what a lot of the cast and crew were starting to believe. Like Satan himself was personally pissed off by this thing and was trying to stop it from getting made. Damn man, I wish he felt this strongly about Star Wars. He could have struck down TLJ with great vengeance and furious anger, and I would have...
Dude, Disney works for them. Why would he do that? What?
Fair enough.
Been completely fine with it. The situation got so bad that Friedkin had to bring in an actual Jesuit priest to bless the set. Multiple times. Father Thomas Birmingham and others performed blessings on several occasions, mostly to calm the nerves of the crew, but whatever they did, it seemed to work. Nothing demonic happened after their work was complete, apparently. Well, almost. When the movie was screened in Rome for the first time, a 400-year-old cross on a church opposite the theatre got struck by lightning and went down in flames.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
You just had to get one more jab in, didn't you? Either way, The Exorcist was
I love that fact. It's like, oh yeah? It's like, okay.
I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
You just had to get one more jab in, didn't you? Either way, The Exorcist was finally complete and went on wide release in December 1973. And to say that it was a hit really doesn't do the thing justice. When audiences weren't fainting, throwing up...
Oh yeah, dude, like, if you ever saw the video of them, like, going to see The Exorcist, around the block, people were waiting to get inside. Like,
Yeah.
it's, and then you have these, and then at the same time you see people leaving, like, in all the time, and it's like they in fact they got so bad that people needed smelling salts ready for the film, like.
For walking out in disgust, they were queuing around the block in freezing winter weather to experience it for the first time. Everyone was talking about it, either to condemn it or praise it. The film went on to make almost 200 million in its initial run, with another 200 million later in re-releases. Well,
Dang.
So now that he's on the topic of people fainting or puking or passing out, well, fainting is passing out, fucking hell. But while he's talking about that, I'm gonna tell you guys something that I haven't told anyone before.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing too bad. Don't worry. But
Yeah, I was about
after,
to ask, if you've never told anyone, do you want this to be on stream?
no, I'm fine. I'm fine with talking about this. After we were done watching the movie, and we talked for a bit and all that sort of thing, and I went to bed. Uh, I didn't sleep that whole night. I didn't sleep that whole night because every time I tried to close my eyes, I would always see that Pazuzu's face just show up, and it kept me from sleeping.
I had similar things. It's like, it didn't scare me that much. Yeah. And then I would try to sleep, and then every time I would see Reagan's like possessed face, or the white face or whatever. It's like, I don't want to see that. It's like,
I know I've had moments like that. I just don't remember what the movie was.
the one that scared me the most was the exorcism of Emily Rose. Of course, I was back then when I was a like churchgoer, and that really scared the crap out of me. Like, especially at 3 a.m. At 3:33. Like, because that's when a lot of the stuff happens in the movie, night after night, and it's like, and the recording comes of like the exorcism every night, and it's like, man, stop doing that. It's like, anyways.
over $1 billion in today's money. Jesus, even Marvel movies don't have that kind of pulling power. And it became the first ever horror movie to be nominated for an Academy Awards. Not bad stuff. But was it really cursed? Was Satan personally trying to stop his own PR film? Or was it just 1970s Hollywood at work? Lax safety protocols, an overambitious director, freezing sets, dodgy wiring, and a bird with a death wish? I'll let you decide. But if you ever find yourself
Bird with the death wish.
I'm gonna say all of the above.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the first time the devil has had control over beasts of the field, you know. So, I don't know.
yourself on a horror set and a pigeon starts circling the electrics, get a priest and get the hell out of there. Because sometimes the real devil isn't on screen, it's in the details. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now.
Yeah, that one's the other one. I was like, that screenshot of her twisting her head. I don't like that. So yeah, that's it. Pretty good. I like that video a lot. I'm probably gonna do things. I'm probably gonna have a link to it. So yeah, that's it. I know it's a short one, but I don't mind it being a short one. Um, uh, Having these headphones on sometimes makes me dizzy. So the shorter the better.
You might need to get new headphones then.
Oh, it's just I have an inner ear problem. Doesn't help that it's spring, allergy season, and it's also like the
Fair
weather's changing. So it's like thanks a lot. So are you working on anything, Fraga, or any announcements? Yeah.
No comment.
Oh, no
No
comment.
comment.
Okay.
Oh yeah. How's the Pepsi video?
Okay, I will say that I'm not going to be working on
Mm.
part 2 for a bit because
But
I
we
want to get other
need
stuff
it.
out. I'll get other stuff out first.
And then, like, well, I will say, he did do an out of theater thoughts recently of a Bride, which is the Bride
Bride.
of Frankenstein. Don't see it.
Yeah, don't see it.
Yeah, don't see it. It is genuinely a piece of shit movie.
Oh, did you watch it?
No, but just going off what I've heard from you and from other people who have seen it, I hope the director burns in hell.
Oh,
in Minecraft. But anyways,
in Minecraft. In Minecraft.
know what?
Oh, please.
You know what? In Roblox. All right.
Oh, please. The people who are likely to get offended at saying you hope someone burns in hell don't even believe in hell.
I guess, but you know. So the other thing I was I'm doing a character writing video. In it, I'm learning some lessons from my media literacy video that I'm going to take into this one. I'm going to focus the heck out of it. So I don't get distracted. So yeah, it's on its way, but like I'm still writing. I've so yeah, that's it for that, and I may plan to do some streams, some gameplay streams, like maybe tomorrow or Friday or something, and just do as long as I can.
All right.
So but there's no guarantees of that. But I will say that things are going pretty good. So yeah, I will say goodbye now.
All right. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye bye.